So tonight we're going to talk about recruiting your way to freedom. I've been reading the book that Alyssa co-wrote and the Recruit Your Way to Six Figures. And I've been reflecting on a lot of things that I've learned in other trainings that I've done and kind of combined this all together into one. Um, I'm not done with the book either, but I am probably about halfway done with it. I think I have like 100 pages left. So maybe a little over half, but I'm really excited to talk to you about it tonight because it's really just going to be like a bunch of tips that maybe you can pull and write down from, and maybe that you can utilize in your business in some way or another to help you grow. And the first thing that I want to talk about is it's not about who you know, but it's really about how many people that know you, like you, and trust you. So we have to start building relationships before we start talking about our product to anybody. That's going to be your main focus that you should focus on, because so many times we're so eager for the sale that we're almost blanket recruiting and selling, without even finding out if the customer fits our needs. Like, do any of our products, are they even needed for the person that we're talking to? Like I get those copy and paste messages from other people in other companies, and they send me these messages and they're like, hey, would you like to try my product? I'm like, what? You automatically assuming I'm fat? Like, you didn't even you just think I'm fat from my profile picture? Is that why you're messaging me about your weight loss products? And you can easily offend somebody like that, so you have to kind of start getting to know your people and finding out what their needs are, to where you can see if they even need what you have to offer, or they may need a product that you have to offer, but you may deter them away by trying to force something else on them, or may offend them or something like that. So you want to become like an expert on people. You want to sit back and study people, study conversations that you've had with people, and reflect back on all those people that did say yes, and see what it is that actually you said to them that made them say yes. So too many times, we get the sale and then we get to the next, we get another sale, we get to the next, and we don't even reflect back on the sale to study basically what it is that we did before the sale to get the sale. So let me approve this person real quick. So one thing people want is just to be loved and appreciated and feel valued, and not feel like a number and not feel like a sale. So we have to start making people feel that way. Like they say, a way to a man's heart is through his belly. Try to think of it like a way to how to get to someone's heart. You have to look on their Facebooks, look at their life, see if there's a way that you can connect to that person, and then once you connect with that person, they're going to be more open to buying from you, because they may relate to you or something in that sort. And too many times we also look too fearful. We find that we look like we are just like wolves out for a hunt, where we have to just start sitting back and being calm and collective, and, just chill out and take your time. Like I said, get to know people. Don't beg. You shouldn't have to beg. You shouldn't have to push anybody. You shouldn't have to barter hey, you buy from me, I buy from you, just to get a sale. You have to think about it as if you have to beg somebody to join your business, beg somebody to buy from you, they're not going to be committed. So you're going to have to beg them and push them the whole way through their weight loss journey, through their business journey. You're going to be like, are you working today? Are you exercising today? Did you eat right today? Did you every single day you're going to have to be down their throat, and it's not worth it. So you want to find the people that want what you have. So we need to stop blanket recruiting every single person and start doing it like an application for a job, and being finding out that person is a right fit for you and your business. So we have to detach ourselves from the outcome. And I see this a lot where people are like, oh my God, I didn't get a sale today. Oh my God, I've spent all this time talking to this person and they didn't buy, or this person didn't do this and this person didn't do that. When in actuality, you know, I always preach like marry the process and divorce the results. You know, you do your part, they want it or they don't. You know, you can follow up with them because, you know, you want to build that relationship to where they trust you, and no right now will not always mean no forever. It just may be that that person is in a season in their life that they're not ready, but there may come a season in their life that what you have is something that they need, whether that be a product, uh, a business opportunity, or whatever the case may be. The seasons change in every person's life, me, you, everybody. You know, there's things that happen, you know, like the COVID thing. People have they didn't think that they would be working from home, and now they are, you know. So we have to kind of just accept people where they are and love them where they're at and keep going. But you can always reflect back and check on them, and, you know, drop like a little message to them. And later I'm going to talk about something that I started doing that has allowed me to start talking to so many more people. Oh, hold on, let me meet that person that just joined. So you need a plan, just like when you're dieting or you're working out or in business, you need a plan. Like, how do you know where you're going if you don't know what's happening as it's happening in real life? Like, you won't know where you're at or where you need to go or how much further you need to go if you're not tracking where you are now. Like, I track everything. I never realized how important tracking was. Like, tracking your food is important for diet. Like, I really weighing your food, measuring it. Like, I never realized how important it was until I started doing it. And then that's when I seen the change. But like with business, like when you do your DMO, like you're tracking how many people you talk to a day. You're tracking how many people say yes. You're tracking how many people say no. You're tracking, you know, there's so many factors that you need to track every day so you can see where you're going and what you need to do or how you need to pivot, you know, if something isn't working. So start tracking what you're doing every single day. Write everything down, who you talk to, their names. Like this whole Facebook thing that may be changing on September 1st, where I'm not trying to create any panic because we don't know for sure. It may be just the beta, but like you may not be able to see who added who to groups. But if you had written down every person that you had talked to and added to your group when you first joined your group, you would have a list of names to reflect back onto, you know. So you need to write down things that you do all the time, because you might not need it right now and it might not seem important right now, but it may be important in the future to help you. So you want to be consistent. You want to start building a list, whether that's an email list, a paper list. I use the Remind app. That's an app that, you know, every person that I sign up, I have one, because you can set up like different classrooms, and like one is for my customers, one is for my potentials, one is, and well, I keep them kind of like those two, because my potentials and my customers, I'll send a message that I'm going live on Facebook, so then they could hop on, or I send them promos that are going on, you know, and that goes to their text message, because I don't pay attention to my emails unless you tell me, hey, Ashley, I'm sending you an email right now, go check your email. I'm not going to check it. So I probably have like, I think the last time I looked, I had like 150,000 unanswered emails. So, you know, emails aren't as important as a text message is to people nowadays. So you want to try to like when you're in your business, the more platforms you are on, the more exposure you get. So that's why they're like, oh, you want to have like a YouTube, you want to have Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, like have as many as your time allows, you know, but you can share content, create content, and then share it across all platforms, because some people may not be on this platform, but they are on this one. So you're going to get them on this one. You know what I mean? So the more visually you're present, the more eyes you're going to captivate and get their attention, which is going to lead to sales. So you want to stay in contact with those people, ever so often. If you have potentials that said they'd buy and then they didn't buy, you can stay in contact with them through emails, I use MailChimp also, and things like that, because it's free. Me and Karen were talking about that, and we, swapped some information and helped each other, and really found that we could get, you're not going to hit everybody, but those that check in their email, if you have a captivating title to your email, you're going to reach those people through email that are looking at their emails. So I started something that, how you see people say, today's National Dog Day, post a picture of your dog, So today was National Just Because Day. Like, I looked it up on Google. What national day is today is what I did. And so I started sending a message, and I did it only in 10 messages at a time because I didn't want to go to Facebook jail. So I said, like, here's an example. Hi, Karen, it's Ashley. I just wanted to reach out because today is National Just Because Just Because Day. And I just wanted to let you know that I appreciate you and thank you for being a friend. And I hope you have a blessed day. XOXO Ashley. I got so many responses in my messages because people felt I was genuine and I wasn't trying to sell them anything, but that is a follow-up. People think that a follow-up has to be about the product. It doesn't. Simply just touching that person and making them think about you in their mind is a follow-up. So it doesn't have to be about your product. So just touching them in some sort of way like that will make them think of you, and you're not annoying them. They're seeing that you're genuine and you do care some sort, because you're not talking to them every single time about just a product. So another thing is going to be that we have to start looking at creating tools. And I have been so shy about being in front of the camera. I'm not a camera person. I know I'm coming on this training and I've been doing it for a few weeks now for you guys, but I'm not a camera person. I don't like it. I'm just, I don't know. My husband's like, you can just talk to people. It's not hard. He's taken a class before for public speaking, and he's like, just do it. You're fine. I'm like, you just don't understand how I feel to get out and talk in front of somebody, and it's harder to talk when nobody's talking back and forth. Like, I like conversations, So what I've been focusing on is creating tools. And if you don't have an upline that creates tools for you, don't be afraid to do it for yourself. Like, I went out and found some tools that I can create videos and compress them together and crop them and put them all together. And some of y'all have seen them and I've put them on my YouTube channel because I want y'all to be able to have tools if you don't have an upline that helps you. And one of them is a compensation video, and then one of them is a product video. So if you message me or whatever on Facebook, I can send you the link to those to where you can save them. And, if you have an exposure to someone and you're like, hey, if you're interested in the product, this video has our main products that we sell. We do sell others, but these are my favorite, and it tells you the products, it tells you what they do and how they work and all that. But it's just a short 4-minute video. And then I made another video for the compensation plan that explains how we're compensated, and it's 5 minutes. So they're both short, to the point videos that you can use to simplify so you don't have to repeat yourself over and over again. So if you have to say anything 5 times or more, you need to make a tool for it, whether it's a PDF, if it's a video, a flyer, something of some sort. Make it, and then you can share that. If somebody's like, hey, what is this? Have it in a flyer, or whatever the case may be for whatever it is, And you don't want to reinvent the wheel. If your upline is successful or sideline or whatever, and they share a tool with you that's working, like, take that tool and run with it. That's one less piece of work that you have to do for your business, you know? So when someone is, I find that people are like, I'm not getting sales, I'm not getting sales. But are you inviting anybody to your sales? Like, are you inviting anybody in? Like, are you directly messaging someone? Are you saying, hey, Ashley, this is Ashley. I just wanted to reach out to you. This may or may not be something that will be benefit you, be good for you, whatever the case may be, you know, make it sound like you. But I was wondering if you would like to take a look at a short 4-minute video or a short 5-minute video, depending on the person. You know, if they want to lose weight, you send them one video. If they may be interested in the business because something you've seen on their post, like they're stressed out about money, you can invite them to watch a short video. And then once they watch the video, you can invite them in to do a 3-way chat or call, video conference call, 3-way call, whatever, Zoom, whatever, with your upline or whoever a leader is that, you know, is helping you or willing to help you. Invite them in for a 3-way. That 3-way isn't because you don't know what you're doing, but people need that third-party validation. And it is so important. Third-party validation will like seal the deal like that, you know, and then y'all can bounce off of each other. But the thing is with those 3-ways, don't overtalk the person that you invited in to help you. Let them kind of lead the conversation, you know, and then you can give little tidbits in there too. But don't try to overpower, like that person's talking and then you try to talk over and then they talk and then you try to talk over. That gets too frustrating to the person listening. They're like, forget this mess. This is a shit show. You know, you want to try to like, you know, ask somebody to help you, and then y'all get on the call and let them kind of lead it, and then you kind of just put in little tidbits throughout. So another thing that I try to teach my customers really is something that I've been focusing on lately, because I get a lot of the things that you know, ask yourself a question. If you ever get to the point where you're kind of like in a slump and you're like, well, what made me like lose my get up and go? You know, I want you to ask yourself, like, how are you sleeping? Have you been exercising? And have you been personal developing? Because those things are so important to your success. And when you answer those things, that's going to give you your answers of what you need to do. Because you have to have you time, you have to have sleep, and exercising like legit changes your life, your mood, your outlook, everything. Like, I know people like dread it, but I love it. It gives me mental clarity. I'm in a better mood. You can ask my husband. I'm not mean anymore. I'm not aggravating or annoying. Like, exercise is so, I hear him smacking his leg in there. He probably heard what I said. But, you know, many will think that it's all about getting out there and doing the work all the time. But, you know, most of your time should be spent on personal development. So say that you have 20 hours a week. So find whatever time you have during the week. What is your total time that you can work your business? I want you to take that. So if you have 20 hours, you should spend 70% of that time on personal development. And many think that it's the other way around. Let me spend this much time out here hustling and this little bit of time on personal development. But in actuality, the more personal development you have, that teaches you to work smarter versus harder. So you have to remember, you got to implement what it is that you're learning. Many people will be like, I did my personal development today, I'm done. But it's how you implement what you learned, or if you even do implement it, is what is going to make your business go to the next level. I was listening to one of my mentors that I follow, Jessie Lee Ward, a lot of you know her, and she made me think of how life is like a self-fulfilling prophecy, and what you believe will come to fruition. So you need to ask yourself, like, how are you waking up in the morning? Like, are you just waking up, answering messages, and like half asleep, one eye open, and you're just like, you come off grouchy? Like, I find that I do that. So like, I start in the morning, like, to myself, I'll say my prayers, and then I'll say some affirmations over just my day and my life and my family and things like that. Because I have to get my mindset right, and I have to get my mindset in check. And you know, you have to remember whatever you believe is what's going to come to fruition in your life. Like if you feel like you can't do this, you're not going to do it. If you feel like you can't earn $1,000, you're not going to earn $1,000 because you're telling yourself and you're thinking smaller than what you've really believe that you can do. So you have to believe in yourself. Even if you don't know you can do it, tell yourself that, oh, I'm going to sign 2 people today. Oh, I'm going to contact 20 people today. Oh, I am going to do this. Oh, I am a 6-figure earner. Even if you're not a 6-figure earner, act like you're a 6-figure earner. Walk like you're a 6-figure earner. Talk to people like you're a 6-figure earner. And until you have, like, fake it until you make it in that aspect, not in your business, but in your affirmations, fake it until you make it, because keep saying it until you brainwash yourself into believing exactly what it is that you're saying, because only then is when you're going to find that you can actually make it. I got 10 more minutes before it runs out. I need to upgrade this thing. So let's talk about Judgy Judy. I might get cut short tonight, but we can do a part 2 next week. And I need to upgrade. So I want to talk about Judgy Judy, and we have to stop judging people. We have to start realizing that we are just here to present people with an opportunity, and that's our only job. Like, we have to stop judging people. We have to let them decide if it is right for them or not. It's not up to us. So I want you to write a list of your interests. Like tonight, it shouldn't take but a few minutes. Like, what do you like doing? Do you like camping? Do you like hunting? Do you like fishing? Do you like volleyball? Do you like softball? Do you like golfing? You know, different things like that. And I want you to go find interest groups on Facebook. And I want you to go in there and start conversations. And the reason why you want to start conversations is because that is going to open people up and show that you're not a scammer. You're not like some guy that's sitting over in a foreign country, sitting behind a computer. And then when you send them a friend request, they're gonna be like, oh yeah, that's that girl that was talking on blah, 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 blah group. You know, they're gonna be like, oh, she wasn't just some stranger, you know. It's like a sort of a way to get to know people. And then another thing is if you want to look at your stories and you want to look at your posts on Facebook, and you want to start paying attention to who likes your posts and who comments on your posts. If someone likes or comments your post, are you messaging them? If it's a business post, are you saying, hey Karen, I just saw that you liked my post. Have you ever thought about working from home? If it was a business post. Or, hey Karen, I saw that you liked my post about my weight loss supplements. Have you ever thought about supplementing your lifestyle with supplements? You know, little things like that. You have to reach out. You have to be the one to reach out. That's your job. Not everybody is comfortable enough to reach out to you. So you can open that conversation if you just take the time to do so. So, and I want you to remember, I was talking about seasons not long ago in this meeting, but the other day I did a meeting on seasons of businesses. And with certain seasons, you'll have certain obstacles. And I am one of those that I am very hard on myself. And I will, instead of viewing these obstacles as like, okay, this is an obstacle that I'm given that I have to try to figure out and get through. I look at it in a negative way and I'm like, oh my God, I can't believe I'm going through this. Oh my God, this person's got it so easy. Look at me, you know, poor me, you know. And we have to start looking at them as like, look, this is an obstacle that I have to figure out how to get over, because it's going to happen again. It might not be this month. It might not be this year. It might not be in the next 5 years, but it's probably going to happen again in your life. And you'll know what to do next time and you won't stress out so much. So embrace things that happen because there's a reason why they happen. And if you embrace it and get through it and learn from it, it's going to get you closer to where you want to be in your journey. It's not just put there just to make your life difficult. It's there because God is trying to show you something else. So many have the mindset of, I wish I had your drive. I wish I had your energy. I wish I had your focus. I wish I had your, sorry, this thing is done exited out. I'm trying to find y'all. Sorry. I wish I had your motivation. They think that motivation is just some little fairy flying around that's going to sprinkle it on top of you and you just magically have this motivation. But really, it's action that creates results, and those results give you motivation to keep going. And it's not motivation, action, results, or motivation, results, action. And you have to be willing to do the work. And when you do the work, that creates momentum and that creates results. And then that keeps you motivated to keep going longer. And that's true in business. That's true in weight loss. That's true in any aspect if you look at it in a broad picture. So it's about this business is really about getting a large group of people to do small things over a period of time. So how many are you reaching out to? How many are you inviting? How many are you giving a small list of things to do every day to create results in their business? So I want you to think about this week. I want you to think about putting your friendships first, putting your business second, and putting your product third. Now, I don't mean put your product last. I just mean build friendships, and when the time is right, present your opportunity from what you've learned about your friend. And then if they're not interested in the business, you can open up to the product, or you can present the business and the product to them at the same time. But I don't want you to do this with friends and family that are close to you. I want you to find new people, not anybody that you already know. And I want you to think about connections. And with connections are going to come sales. And it doesn't have to be that person that's, don't be that person that, I'm looking at my notes, sorry. Don't be the person that buys and leaves. Be the person that leaves a stamp on somebody's heart when you talk to them. Like, the person that you're talking to right now might not want what you have to offer, but they know somebody that wants what you have to offer. And they might not even realize it right then. So leave a stamp on their heart that makes them remember you when they come across someone or come across someone's post that they see and be like, oh, Karen would be a perfect fit for that. Let me refer her to Karen. She had awesome customer service. To go even further, I want you to stop recruiting every single person that you come across. And I want you to find out who the person is that's interested before giving any information, because listening is truly the secret. And they're telling you, if you listen, they're telling you how to connect with them. Too many times we talk and conversate to respond, when if we slow down and listen, they're telling you how to connect to their heart. It's just a matter of listening and asking questions. And not everyone is ready right now, and that's okay. And recruiting is really becoming a master at follow-up. So if you're not following up, you're really losing out on a lot in your business. So stop copying and pasting everything. And when it comes to these follow-ups, be genuine. Make people feel that you care through your computer. Even if you send a video, you can send like a little short video. And remember, what works for Karen might not work for you. And be unique and stand out. So they want what you have, and you want to be unique and stand out So they want to sign with you versus the other person in their inbox. And plant seeds and come around and water them ever so often, and remember that what you don't water is going to die. So if you're not watering your relationship with people, it's going to wither and die away because they think that you don't care. And they may not be ready in their current season, but keep watering until it's their harvest time, you know? So that's really all I have tonight. And I just want to open it up and see if there's any questions or anything like that that I can answer.